Hi friends, welcome to Mega. I hope everybody is fine in this corona. Please stay safe and stay home. All the best and prepare well for your exams. I'm going to say topic enzymes and vitamins. Enzymes are biocatalysts, the catalyst of life. Catalyst means a substance that increases the velocity or it increases the rate of chemical reaction. These are synthesized by living cells. So enzymes are biocatalysts synthesized by living cells. These are protein in nature. Here some exceptions. RNA acting as ribosome, but it is not a protein. Enzymes have specific character. They are colloidal and thermolabile in character, and it has the specificity in their action. In 1878, Cooney used the term enzyme. Isolation of enzyme system from cell-free extract of yeast was achieved in 1883 by the scientist Buckner. James Sumner first achieved the isolation and crystallization of the enzyme urease from jack bean, and he identified it as a protein. Next, we will see classification of enzymes. Depending upon the functional place, these enzymes are divided into two types. One is intracellular enzymes, second one is extracellular enzymes. Intracellular enzymes means they are function within the cell where they are synthesized. Extracellular enzymes means these enzymes are active outside of the cell. Examples of these extracellular enzymes are all digestive enzymes. The International Union of Biochemistry appointed an enzyme commission in 1961, that is IUB. This committee made a thorough study of the existing enzymes and devised some basic principles for the classification and nomenclature of the enzyme. According to this, enzymes are divided into 6 groups. One is oxidoreductase, second one transferases, third hydrolases, fourth lyases, fifth isomerases, sixth ligases. First we will see oxidoreductases. In these oxidoreductases, these enzymes are used for transfer of hydrogen and oxygen atoms or electrons from one substrate to another. Examples of oxidoreductases are dehydrogenases and oxidase. Second one is transferases. These enzymes are used for transfer of specific groups from one substrate to another substrate. Example of these transferases are transaminases and kinases. These are transverse phosphate groups or methyl groups. Next, hydrolases. These are used for hydrolysis of a substrate. Example, digestive enzymes and esterases. Isomerases are useful for change of the molecular form of the substrate. Phosphohexoisomerase and fumarases are the best example for isomerase. Next, lyases. Lyases are involving in non-hydrolytic removal of a group or addition of a group to a substrate. Decarboxylases and aldolases are the best example for lyases. Next, ligases. These are used for joining of two molecules by the formation of new bonds. Citric acid synthetase is the best example for ligases. Next, naming the enzyme. It is depending upon the function of the enzyme and nature of the substrate on which they act. Sometimes suffix ase is used for naming the enzyme. Example, lipase acts on lipids, nuclease acts on nucleic acids. I prepared one animation for you, how enzyme is binding to substrate. See that animation. Next, factors affecting the enzyme activity. Enzyme is affected by temperature, water, pH, substrate, enzyme inhibitors, end products, activators, and radiation. Next, effect of temperature. If temperature is increases, the enzyme activity will also increases. A bell-shaped curve is obtained for this optimum temperature graph. Increasing hydrogen ion concentration will increase the enzyme activity, so the graph is bell-shaped. Where the enzyme activity is high, that pH value is the optimum pH. I am giving optimum pH value of some common enzymes. For enzyme pepsin, peptide bond is a substrate. Optimum pH value is 1.5 to 2.0. Next location, it is present in the stomach. For the enzyme sucrase, sucrose is the substrate. Optimum pH value is 6.2. It is present in the small intestine. For amylase enzyme, amylose is the substrate. 6.7 to 7.0 is the optimum pH value for this enzyme, and it is present in pancreas. For enzyme urease, urea is a substrate. Optimum pH value is 7.0 and it is present in the liver. Next, trypsin. For trypsin enzyme, substrate is the peptide bond. Optimum pH value is 7.7 to 8.0. It is present in the small intestine. Next enzyme is lipase. It is present in the substrate. Optimum pH value is 8.0. It is present in the pancreas. If substrate concentration is increases, velocity of the enzyme also increases. Here Vmax is maximum velocity of the enzyme. First one, concentration of enzymes. As the concentration of the enzyme is increased, the velocity of the reaction proportionally increases. See this graph to memorize the concept. Michaelis-Menten equation. In this Michaelis-Menten equation, relationship between velocity and substrate can be viewed as two-step reaction. One is enzyme plus substrate gives rise to enzyme substrate complex and gives rise to enzyme plus product. First one is fast reaction and second one is slow reaction. This relation can be expressed by Michaelis-Menten equation. That is V0 is equal Vmax into S by Km plus S. Here V0 is equal velocity of the enzyme, Vmax is equal maximum velocity of the enzyme, S is equal substrate of the enzyme, Km is equal Michaelis-Menten constant. Effect of product concentration. The accumulation of products generally decreases the velocity of the enzyme. Enzymes are big in size compared to substrate. In this, enzyme is small portion or region at which the substrate binds and participates in the catalysis is called active site. I prepared one animation for you to understand the concept of active site of the enzyme. See that. Next, effect of time we will see. If enzyme have optimum temperature and pH, it takes less time to complete enzyme reaction. So the time of the reaction is depends on temperature and pH. After effect of time, we will see effect of light and radiation. Exposure of enzymes to ultraviolet, beta, gamma and X-rays indicates certain enzymes due to formation of peroxides. Example, UV rays inhibit salivary amylase activity. Some enzymes require certain inorganic metallic cations like Mg plus 2, Mn plus 2, Zn plus 2, Ca plus 2, Co plus 2, Cu plus 2, Na plus, K plus, etc. for their optimal activity. Rarely, anions also needed for enzyme activity. Example, chloride ions for amylase enzyme. Next, enzyme properties. First, catalytic property of the enzyme means it increases the rate of reaction without themselves being consumed. That is catalytic property of the enzyme. Next, reversible property. Catalysis of the reaction is reversible. That is, enzyme binds with the substrate and it forms enzyme substrate complex. This is reversible reaction. Next, enzymes are specific in their action to bind for that particular substrate, and enzymes are sensitive for pH and heat. Mechanism of enzyme action. Catalysis is the primary function of enzyme. For any chemical reaction to occur, the reactants have to be in an inactivated state or transition state. Next, enzymes lowers activation energy. First, we will see what is activation energy. The energy required by the reactants to undergo chemical reaction is called as activation energy. The reactants when heated attain the activation of energy. Next, enzyme substrate complex formation. See this animation I prepared for you to understand the concept of enzyme substrate complex. Here enzyme is binding to substrate, it forms enzyme substrate complex, and enzymes remains unchanged, product is formed. So enzyme plus substrate gives rise to enzyme substrate and it gives rise to enzyme and product. Few theories proposed for enzyme substrate complex mechanism. These are lock and key model 1 and second induced fit theory, third is substrate strain theory. First one is lock and key model. This theory was proposed by German biochemist Emil Fischer. According to this model, the structure or conformation of the enzyme is rigid. The substrate fits to the binding site just as a key fits into a proper lock. Induced fit theory. This theory was proposed by Koshland in 1958. As per this model, the active site is not rigid and pre-shaped. The interaction of the substrate with the enzyme induces a fit or conformational change in the enzyme. I will show animation for you to understand the concept. Substrate strain theory. In this model, the substrate is strained due to the induced conformational change in the enzyme. It is also possible that when a substrate binds to the performed active site, the enzyme induces a strain to the substrate. Next we will see enzyme inhibition. In enzyme inhibition, enzyme binds with the inhibitor. So what is inhibitor? Inhibitor is a substance that binds with the enzyme and it decreases the catalytic activity of the enzyme. So instead of formation of enzyme substrate complex, inhibitor forms enzyme inhibitor complex. Inhibitors are closely resembles the real substrate. See this animation to understand the concept of enzyme inhibition. An example of enzyme inhibition is succinate dehydrogenase. It is a classical example of a competitive inhibition with succinic acid as its substrate, but malonic acid, glutaric acid, oxalic acid have structural similarities with this substrate, so these are the inhibitors for this enzyme. Now vitamins. Certain organic compounds are required in small amounts in our diet, but their deficiency causes specific diseases. These compounds are called vitamins. Most of the vitamins cannot be synthesized in our body, but plants can synthesize these vitamins. Vitamins are generally available in our diet. Different vitamins belongs to various chemical classes. Vitamins are divided into two types. One is water soluble vitamin. Second one is fat soluble vitamins. Water soluble vitamins are B vitamin and C vitamin. Fat soluble vitamins are A vitamin, D vitamin, E vitamin, K vitamin. First we can see fat soluble vitamins. In this we can see vitamin A. Chemical name of vitamin A is retinol. Sources for vitamin A is fish liver oil, carrots, butter and milk. Deficiency disorder of this vitamin A is xerophthalmia, that is hardening of cornea of eye. Next, vitamin D. Chemical name of vitamin D is cholecalciferol. Sources for this vitamin D is fish and egg yolk. If we expose it to sunlight, we will get vitamin D. The deficiency disorder of vitamin D is rickets. Next, we will see vitamin E. Tocopherol is the chemical name of vitamin E. From many vegetable oils, we will get vitamin E. Changes in central nervous system, degenerative changes in muscle, megaloblastic anemia, sterility are the deficiency disorders of vitamin E. Phylloquinone is the chemical name of vitamin K. Sources for this vitamin K is cabbage, cauliflower, tomato, spinach and other green vegetables. Due to the deficiency of vitamin K, blood clotting time is increased. Here we are having different types of B complex vitamins. One is B1 thiamine, B2 riboflavin, B3 niacin, B5 pantothenic acid, B6 pyridoxine, B7 biotin, B9 folic acid, B12 cobalamin. First we can see vitamin B1. Chemical name of vitamin B1 is thiamine. Sources for this vitamin B1 is beef liver, nuts, oats, pork. The deficiency disorder of vitamin B1 is beriberi, which is important for examination. Next, vitamin B2. Chemical name of vitamin B2 is riboflavin. Sources for this vitamin B2 is milk, organ meats, cereals, green leaf. The deficiency disorders of this vitamin B2 are chelosis, means fissuring at corners of mouth and lips, and digestive disorders and burning sensation of the skin, also deficiency disorders of the vitamin B2. Vitamin B3 is niacin. Food sources for this vitamin B3 are broccoli, peanuts, chicken, mushroom, bell peppers, kidney beans, etc. Niacin deficiency leads to pellagra, which affects the skin, digestive tract and brain, which is important point for examination. Vitamin B5 is the pantothenic acid. Sources of this vitamin B5 is eggs, cauliflower, mushroom, corn, avocado, yogurt, sweet potato and broccoli. Here we will see vitamin B5 deficiency symptoms: fatigue, depression, insomnia, irritability, stomach pains, vomiting, burning feet, upper respiratory infections, muscle cramps. Vitamin B6 is pyridoxine. The sources of pyridoxine are starchy vegetables, beef liver and fish. The deficiency disorders of vitamin B6 are peripheral neuropathy, glacitis, chelosis and depression. Vitamin B9 is folic acid. Folic acid rich sources are asparagus, broccoli, avocados, spinach. And deficiency disorder of this vitamin B9 is neural tube defects, megaloblastic anemia. Vitamin B12 is cobalamin. Sources of this vitamin B12 are meat, milk, egg yolk. And deficiency disorder of this vitamin B12 is pernicious anemia. Chemical name of the vitamin C is ascorbic acid. Sources for this vitamin C are citrus fruits like amla, orange, lemon and other sources are tomato, spinach, green vegetables. And deficiency disorder of vitamin C is scurvy.
Please like, share, comment and subscribe to Mega Tutorials. For more updates, click the bell icon.
Thank you for watching my video. Bye.